Hey, welcome back everyone. In this video, I just want to quickly cover where to safely take profit. Okay, because it's great to get the entry, but you need to know where to get in and where to get out. You need to know where to get out, really. So typically when I enter these positions, I enter two positions at a time. So let's say, this was your point of interest. This was your supply. You had it drawn up. You know this is the trade you're going to take. It's lining up perfectly for everything. I typically like to open up two positions, 0.5% and 0.5%. And the reason for that is what we're going to try to do is, this was your supply. Price has to push back into your supply area. And sometimes when it pushes back up, it leaves a little area of demand because this is a pretty strong push, right? So typically what I like to do is, I'll draw. I know we're going down. I know this is where we're entering, but just to be safe, in case it just starts bouncing off of here or starts creating a double bottom, this is a bearish scenario. So my first position would be, right at the break of, so we start at the break of this 15-minute candle, stops are right up there. Not the best risk to reward on this trade here, which is fine. If I can get a 1 to 2, something like that, just down here, just because this is where the real push happened back to the upside. This is where you can release your first entry. Okay, take off your first entry, secure some profits just to be safe. Just because there's a push down here, we don't know if we're gonna break this low. Anything can happen, right? Have your second entry run to the last big push you see. Possibly this would be it right here. Okay, this would be it right here. This was like a big structural break on the 4 hour time frame. So let the other one run like for a good, just let it run. Okay, if you got a big demand area and you're selling, let it come down into it. It probably will. Especially if the trend has just started to go your way. Again here, right, this was kind of the push to the upside, so I would kind of draw like this little demand area here, and if we entered on the break of that 15-minute candle somewhere, where this is the hourly chart, just get out down here somewhere for like a 1 to 4, 1 to 3, and then have your other position look to the left hand side and see like, okay, this is where we had a really strong push. I'm going to leave my second position running for like a 1 to 6, a big, so you can kind of capitalize on, okay, I got, with my 0.5%, I got 2%. And then with your other 0.5%, you got like 3%. So it's like with one trade, you can really get like 4%, 5%. And that's really great for like funded accounts. Okay. That's how you pass challenges. That's how you can make a lot of money on your funded accounts. All right. So, okay. So those are a few examples right there. As you can see, I love selling. Okay. This strategy works so good with selling. So good. But flip the chart and you can go the other way. It's absolutely fine. Let's just remove everything from here just to give you a fresh example. Okay. On the hourly, we draw our little supply area. We're looking for, even on the 1 hour, the strategy works even better, really. You just have to be a bit more patient for some trades, but you can get some big risk rewards on the 1 hour, and you'll be more secure too, because when the 1 hour candles start breaking, it's typically going to go in that direction. Okay, we know this is our supply area, right? This is actually also a supply area because we did break structure, but when price came back here, it didn't start breaking candles, so you wouldn't have entered. That's fine. Think of this as liquidity. Okay, think of this as like, okay, wow, price didn't stop. A lot of people probably got stopped out right here. Now this trade is looking even better. Whenever you see a situation like this, okay, you have your supply drawn. For some reason the candles are breaking. Maybe you actually would have gotten in here because that candle did break. So you would have probably lost this trade. That's fine. You can't win them all, right? But so if you got stopped out, that means somebody else got stopped out. And if these people got stopped out, typically they're getting ready to reverse and go in your favor. So have your secondary zone drawn out, ready to go. Make sure the entry is sniper. Make sure it's perfect. Make sure it's the right candlestick patterns. You have the bearish doji. Wait for the 1 hour, 30 minutes, some of the higher time frame candles to break, then enter. Okay. In this trade example right here, this is where I know the push started. So for me to safely take profit would be somewhere down here, right? So I'm going to enter 2 positions up in here, probably somewhere here. And the stop loss would be probably there somewhere. Your first position, you could have easily gotten a 1 to 5, 1 to 4, okay? And another thing, if you got a big trade, like you had enough distance to get that 1 to 4, because this is where the real push was. Even this push, you could have taken profit, actually. That would have been more safer. But if you got 2 positions and they both get to like a 1 to 5, just take the profit. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. That's literally, with a 0.5%, that's 5%. That's a lot of money with one trade. A lot of money. But if you have, if you have some breathing room on your funded account, or if you have some breathing room on your, challenge account, you're up 7%, 6%, 8%, and you just want to, you're in a good trade and you want to let it run. Okay, that's fine. Then you just, look a little bit to the left-hand side and see where that last push started from, like to the left-hand side. So we can see it was this area roughly, right? So if you can hold it and be patient, I'm not that patient, but if you can, you can smash that for a 1 to 8 with 5% risk. Just crazy. I cannot tell you how many trades in the last 2 weeks I have exited at 1 to 3, and they went 10%, they went 8%, 7%, 6%, 11%. But just, me getting, I wanted to take my money and be done with it. So sometimes, I think it's probably better that I leave some runners sometimes, but this is going to be for you to decide for yourself as you go along this journey of, perfecting this strategy. Some people are going to be better at holding trades. Some people want to get in and out. I know somebody who's using my strategy and he wants in and out for a 1-to-1, and he's very good with his zones. He's very good with his entries. And he can hit 1-to-1s all day long for, and he'll make 2, 3, 4% a day. If you can make 1% a day consistently, that's like very good. Okay. If you can make 3% a week, that's very good. You don't need to make 10% a week. That's unrealistic. So if you get one trade like this a week, like this a week, you made 5%, please stop trading for the rest of the week. Please, because you're going to give that money back. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of we're going to do one video on emotions. And in that video, I'm going to explain to you why it's, if you made a hell of a lot of money in one day, if you're doing the challenge and you make good profit one day, just pause. You need to let your emotions reset, the euphoria, the happiness, the sadness, whatever's happening at the time. You need your mind to reset. Get off the computer. Don't get greedy. I cannot tell you the amount of money that I have lost this year getting greedy. Oh my God, I don't even want to get into it. The amount of money that I've lost this year, trying to get greedy, made 10% in 1 week, trying to make 20%. Okay, why? There's no reason to do that. So I thought I'd really bring that out. I don't know. I don't really see too many people bringing that up, but, I want you guys to be successful with what you're doing. I want to create a good community of traders. So, just please listen to some of the things that I have to say, because these are things that I've went through. Like, I've actually went through this shit. I've struggled. I've made the mistakes. And the only reason I'm actually doing a course is so I can, let other people know about the mistakes and they can learn from me. It's not about making money from a course. It's useless, that amount. So I really wanted to give back through this course. And that's one really big topic for me, because it touches home to me, because I have been through a lot of shit sometimes when I didn't take profit, and sometimes when I got too greedy. Okay. Oh, my strategy is so good. Let me make more money. I made 5%. Let me make 10% in a day. Or, I've made on a funded $100,000 account. I made on 2 funded $100,000 account. I made 19%. Okay, 19% on both. That was almost 40%. Like, who wouldn't be happy with that? And I decided, let's just run these accounts up to 30% each. Then I'll have 60%. And I lost like 10% on each account. Okay, back to 9%. So just, you got to really watch your behavior. Sometimes your emotions can get the best of you. So we'll talk about that in another video. But moving on, okay?